Welcome everyone to J-Wolf Tech Broadcast. This is going to be my 1 month review and experience of Google's new Project Fi wireless service. Few quick background on my previous service. I previously came from AT&T and then previously came from Verizon, so I have a pretty good knowledge of what the wireless coverage is based on those two networks. Now, Google's Project Fi, I'm going to give a little info about it. It is actually running both T-Mobile and Sprint's towers, and it can change in between both depending on what provides a better service in your area. It also runs on Wi-Fi, so you can make phone calls and actually do texting over Wi-Fi, which is a really neat feature that I believe T-Mobile has been actually doing for some time, so it's probably implemented it the same exact way that is doing it. You can also make phone calls and receive text on a computer. If you set it up through any computer, you can set up to where you can actually basically run your wireless service through any type of computer that's connected to some type of internet connection. To keep that in mind, I've been using this for about a month, and what I did is that I am mainly in a wireless service area between where I work and the local places I hang out, or the gym or Y. They both have wireless service that's free that you can use. So what I actually did every single day was I actually made a phone call from this within wireless service and went out to where there wasn't wireless service. So for example, when I left work, I went from wireless into regular standard LTE, and the service was actually pretty good. I actually didn't have any drop calls or any experiences with it lagging or switching. You almost didn't even know you were switching from Wi-Fi to LTE or 3G depending on what service area you were in. And then I went from there, drove 5 minutes to, let's say, the Y, and then jumped into Wi-Fi and actually continued to have the call nonstop without any issues. So call quality was pretty good. The service, I will throw a map up of the service. T-Mobile and Sprint both basically cover the same area. So if you're gonna get LTE service in that area, it's pretty good. I drove out to a little far distance here in Ohio that actually doesn't have LTE, and actually says it doesn't even have service on the map, but I was actually getting 3G. So I was getting service to where it said I wouldn't actually have service. Granted, it was 3G, but I can make phone calls and text without any issues. To jump into a little bit about the actual app you use to, let's say, pay your bill or set things up or monitor your data, it's extremely simple. Simple enough that someone like your mom or grandma or someone else can use it. I didn't have any issues setting things up. Ported my number over the same way that it would do with T-Mobile or Sprint or AT&T or Verizon. Call quality is pretty good, especially over Wi-Fi. It's actually extremely great over Wi-Fi. The thing is that when you get a phone call, it comes up with what wireless network you're on and then the phone number. So for example, if I was here at home, it would have my home wireless network name and then it would have the phone number on it. That's something to keep in mind. It threw me off guard at the beginning because I've never had that experience before. But overall, the service was great. I didn't have any issues on it. A few perks about the Google's Project Fi is that it's actually extremely cheap. I currently am on a 1 gigabyte plan and pay I think it's like $33 a month, and that's including taxes and everything. It's like $33, $34 a month, which is extremely nice, especially if you can do a lot of calling and texting over Wi-Fi, which I personally actually needed and actually wanted. A couple of places where I work, actually there's no service, no cell towers unless you have Verizon. If you don't have Verizon, you basically can't make phone calls or text, which is kind of a big issue in my opinion. So that's really it with my 1 month experience with Google's Project Fi. It's definitely a plus for me. I get LTE where I'm at, and 99% of where I travel I get LTE or 3G, which I'm actually fine with. I don't do a lot of downloading of anything or streaming on my phone unless I'm doing it over Wi-Fi and then watching it at a previous later date. So is it for you, or if it's not, if you're someone that actually wants LTE 24/7, you're going to need Verizon or AT&T, because there is places that this is not, Google's new Project Fi is not going to actually be able to present LTE for you, especially the fastest. Speeds were fast when I was in LTE, I didn't have any problems there, but if you want that full-time LTE, you're really going to have to go to AT&T and Verizon's network. But if this fits your bill, you're looking for a maybe cheaper plan. And another quick thing is that if you go over your plan, let's say by 0.25 gigabytes of data, it's actually only going to charge you for that. It's not going to automatically bump you up to $20 more to add another 1 gigabyte that you may not use within that month span of your bill cycle. So that's it, guys. I would definitely recommend Google's Project Fi to anyone out there who Again, I'll put the service map up that the service map actually covers, and something that you're actually okay going to 2G or 3G if you're out of that service area. If you like this video, definitely let me know, and if you want to hear an update, leave a comment below, or if you have any questions, let me know. I've been on it for about a month, so I have a pretty good experience. Customer service is really good. I actually had to contact them a couple times just through the setup process just to make sure everything went smoothly. And it was extremely quick, especially online, less than a 1 minute wait when I had to go through a chat. So that's it, guys. Thanks for watching, and I will see you guys next time.